Welcome to another freaking tutorial. Just one more tutorial out of the many that are out there. This time is covers the basic of Flash, the very basic, the 20% that solves 80% of the problems. Today I'm just gonna cover the simple tools that you use. I'll cover the animation and layering and all that later. So this is your welcome screen that you have here. If you have a cold, I want you to select Action Script 3.0, which is the latest and greatest as of 2009. Okay, let's go over the layout of Flash CS4. At the top, you have your timeline. Your timeline is where you actually do your animation. However, I will not cover this now. I'll cover it on the next tutorial because I just wanted to show you the how to draw first. The next line, the next items that you're gonna take a look at are your tools, and we'll come back to those. I'll show you some of the tools and actually the ones that you use the most to get you going. On your left, upper left, you'll see the color mixer. On your right, you're gonna see the property windows, and over here is gonna be the library. Again, I'll show you in the tutorials what they do. Now, what I wanted to cover here is this what is called the stage. That's the white rectangle. Anything that you draw or is inside the stage when you publish the movie, that's what's going to be shown. Anything outside is not going to be shown when you publish it. And I'll show you a quick example. I'm going to select the rectangle tool. Rectangle tool here. And I'll just draw a rectangle there. I'm going to go to the selection, color selection. I'm going to show red color. Again, rectangle tool or R. I'm going to show a rectangle on the outside. Good. I'm going to press Control Enter or Command Enter in Mac, and this will create the movie. And you can only see the green rectangle, not the red one, which is what you expect because the red one is outside the stage. The next tool that we're going to cover is the selection tool, and as the name implies, you use it to select things. For example, I'm going to select this red rectangle there. I'm going to delete it. But you can do more than just select. I mean, the rectangle is actually made out of two different things here. You got the stroke, which is the outside, right? If you double click on it, you can select the whole stroke, and you can actually move it. I'm going to do Control C, Z as in Zoo, to take it back, and you can select the fill, which is the color inside. I'm going to go back. But not only that, you can use it to do different things. You see that little arc there? If you hold down the button and you stretch it, now it's no longer a rectangle. You can do that with anything. You can also select vertices and move things around, which is pretty neat. For example, let's say I didn't want it down there, I want it further out. I can do that. I can, for example, let me delete the stroke. I can also do that not only with the line, I can also do it with the fill and make it bigger. It looks kind of like a Nike symbol, almost that little Nike symbol. Okay, I'm gonna select that and delete it. I'm not gonna discuss this tool. I never use it. The free transform tool. Well, before we go to that one, the free transform, let's go over the line. I'm gonna click on the line. I'm gonna draw a couple of lines. It's one there, and one there. And you notice every time I choose a tool and I go to the right, you have different options. Look, for example, the stroke size is right now is 1, which is that size. But what if I want a little bit thicker? Well, I can either type in the number or use the slider tool, and now it's twice as big or almost 3 times as big. And when I draw the line, it's a little bit thicker. You know, I can make it a lot thicker too. And I can choose, different styles. Probably won't see it there because it's too thick to be noticeable. But if we go back to normal, then you can see it's dotted or dash. Let's go back to solid line. Let's go back to the selection tool. I'm gonna select the things that I don't like, delete them real quick. Now, when you draw with computers, it's different than drawing on paper because the computer does a lot of the work for you. For example, every time you do an intersection, it no longer, that line right there, for example, is no longer its own line. It's actually now two sections. Actually, if you look at it, it's three sections. This section, and this section, because there's a line intersecting it. If I were to draw a different line by choosing that line or pressing the N tool, N key, and I were to use the selection tool, or V for as in Victor, that's one whole line. The moment I'm gonna press the N key as a line, I draw another line intersecting it, and use the selection tool, it no longer is a whole line, it is divided. What's the advantage of that? Well, right now, let's say I wanted to create a triangle, which is right there, but I have all these edges that I don't like. Well, now I can choose those areas that I don't like, and that's my triangle.